billboard. Look me up, 'cause I'm such a junkie. Every day all I want is more. So entertain me right now. So entertain me right now.
Welcome back to the Pop Culture Junkie podcast. My name is Shauna, and I am here with one of my fellow junkies today,
Olivia.
And we are joined by a very special guest and a good friend of the podcast, Mr. Brad Perry. He's our unofficial pop culture junkie. You probably know Brad from his Emmy Award-winning TV hosting gig on the Arizona Daily Mix, or one of his many other television jobs in Phoenix, San Diego, or from his podcast, Things Men Don't Talk About. Maybe you just know him from being an Instagram celebrity. So welcome back to the show, Brad.
Wow, that's awesome. Can I just use that intro every time I go
absolutely.
somewhere?
Just snip that.
When I go for a restaurant, I'm just going to put that on. Just like, hi, I need a table, please. And here,
might know Brad. He needs a table.
No, it's good to be back here. It's good to see you, ladies, and a new lady here, too. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Have you back. I know we've stepped it up a bit from last time you were here.
I know, this is really nice. I feel like I've arrived.
Yeah.
Like, this is so nice. Like, leather, red leather.
The red leather's kind of sexy. It's kind of sexy.
Eddie Murphy leather.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? This is Eddie Murphy. This is Eddie Murphy leather right here.
What's that?
Why is it Eddie Murphy specific?
The producers are chuckling about that.
Eddie Murphy did a stand-up concert. Actually, it was one of the first kind of major movie concert, and he wore a red leather outfit.
I have seen that picture.
Yeah, and I forget what the name of the special was. Was it Delirious, right? Delirious. I was going to say Delirious.
Oh, man. So this is like if I was going to say skinned Eddie Murphy, but it's more like if we undressed him.
Yeah, wow. Wow, this did go to a whole nother level.
It's getting dark here. It's getting dark.
We're no longer in pop culture. We're in like a whole nother type of culture right now. We're in a cult culture. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
We haven't skinned anybody in months.
Not yet. Not yet.
That's how it goes.
So what's new, Brad? What have you been up to since last time we caught up?
Well, okay, so let's see. The podcast I started.
Tell us more about the podcast.
Things that men don't talk about. And I really wanted to start this because of my own health issues. I was going through, but I never really talked to my guy buddies about this.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed, even to the doctor. And I said, that's a big problem. Us guys need to start talking more. Women talk all the time, please.
Oh, yeah.
Women, I mean, no
we
matter
know
what
way too much about each other, to be frank.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that I have friends I've known for, 25 years. I don't really know the guys.
Yeah.
Because we still sit talk like women do. So I was like, you know what, let's start this. I want to start this podcast. And I started talking to some of my celebrity friends. The first one I have is Marlon Wayans.
Oh, very cool.
And he talked about mental problems that he actually is going through. And that he says, you know what, I need friends to talk to.
Yeah.
And us guys, we have to stop thinking that we're all these tough guys and, we're tough men.
Machismo.
We're not. We are literally the biggest babies in the world. Seriously. Why don't you think God gave us the power to have children?
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it.
There it is.
We couldn't handle it.
I say balls are more fragile than ovaries.
So the podcast is talking about guy things that we need to talk about. I talk about with Steve Wilkos from the Steve Wilkos Show. Yeah. We talked about him dealing with his wife's cancer.
Oh, wow.
Because guys, we don't talk about it. We'll go to the golf course. How you doing? I'm good. How's your wife? Well, she's going through chemotherapy and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but what about you?
Yeah.
We don't say anything. So that was a good talk. And then I had my kids on.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. So that was very interesting because I thought I really screwed up my kids.
No.
Oh, no.
I didn't. I'm very happy that's what happened. But I was like, wow.
That's awesome. I love that. I go through that with my husband all the time where he'll hang out with his guy friends and come back and I'm like, oh my God, how is he? Fine. Is he seeing anyone? Where is he working now? Like, what the hell did you guys even talk about?
Stuff.
stuff.
We did stuff.
We played Smash Brothers.
That's
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
What? Like, I
That's-
know everything about my friends.
Or you
Yeah.
like ask for an update and it's like, oh yeah, they got divorced, they moved, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
Like, why didn't you
when?
tell me any of these things? Like the women are like, I want to know everything. How did it happen? What were the dynamics that
Right.
led
How
up
did
to
you feel?
it?
Thank
Yeah.
you. That's
yeah.
that's how it's going. So that's what the podcast is
Very
about.
cool.
And so I'm very happy it's starting to go. Another season coming up.
Cool.
And so some more special guests and talking and everything. So
Any exclusive guests you can tell us you're expecting or hoping to have?
let's say I'm working and we're trying to work out the schedule, but someone who has a lot of children.
Nick Cannon, oh my God.
Well, there we go.
Hopefully it's not P. Diddy.
No, he,
Oh my God.
supposed to go to his house, but I was like, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not. No, I was
Okay.
not. No.
You weren't rocking with him in Miami?
No,
Okay.
or in LA. So
Okay,
it's just,
that's
no,
good.
That's
Yeah.
two different things right there.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Oh my God. I would love
Pete.
to meet Nick Cannon.
So,
Not that you can officially say that that's him, but
no, I can't officially
Yes.
say it's him.
absolutely
So.
not.
Do you think that Nick Cannon is still really good at the drums? Can you ask him that?
Okay, well, if I
If
talk to him,
unofficially,
science
unofficially,
source, you know.
unofficially.
I think he does. I think he still plays a little bit and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So, he actually is a big family guy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize that.
He seems
Yeah.
like a nice
So.
guy. Like, he seems really funny from clips I've seen of him.
He's very smart. That's
Yeah.
the thing. I mean, he was running Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't
Right?
realize that. So,
Literally.
yes. But I think he wasn't running it during the Quiet on the Set.
The
Anyways.
Dan Schneider time. Yeah,
gosh.
which, speaking of Dan Schneider, did you see that he's filing a lawsuit for
did
defamation
see that.
against
About
the
the
creators?
producers.
Yeah.
Well, but actually, he has a good point.
He has a generally good case that could be argued, I think,
Yeah.
when it comes to it. But is he technically suing ID or HBO? Do you know?
I think he's suing the whole group.
Max,
I think
okay.
he's suing the producers that produced it. He's suing
Yeah.
the Max. He's suing everybody because I think it was where he admit I was wrong. Yes, I
Yeah.
was mean to my
Yeah.
employees,
Yeah.
my coworkers, but I wasn't with those guys.
Yeah.
But he also is, responsible
Yeah.
Yeah.
for those guys because he hired them on. He brought them on. But actually, some people are saying that he kind of didn't. It's the studio on them who hired these guys.
Interesting.
He
So
might have-
he's saying, like, I mean, there's a lot of things that they kind of insinuate in
Yeah.
it and saying, like, I'm obsessed with feet and I made inappropriate
I mean, he is
jokes and
obsessed with
stuff.
feet. It's
Yeah,
weird.
but, like, people are insinuating that he was into kids.
Allegedly.
And it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
allegedly it goes on. But that, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
But you guys come up to a good thing, and that's documentaries. How are documentaries becoming such a hot thing right now? Are you guys hooked
I
on
love them.
documentaries?
I love a good
fall asleep to
documentary.
one every night.
Do you
I
fall
like-
asleep to one?
Yeah, I
Do you
have
get nightmares or anything?
to. No.
What
I
kind
like.
of, what do you fall asleep to?
So it really does depend. Sometimes I love like a history one, which is
Okay.
more like 15th century like history.
my
It's very weird.
gosh.
I will fall asleep to a true crime documentary.
Yeah.
Have you
like
watched
last night?
Thriller, Killer, Stalker, whatever it's
Yes,
called?
I have. It's good. It's good. Like
Which one?
Lover, Killer, Stalker.
That's it,
Yes.
that's it.
It's actually about this guy who goes on a date with this woman like once and is actually like communicating like, I don't want anything serious. Like we should not do anything if you're not okay with that. Like I'm freshly divorced. I don't want to be with anyone. She's like, cool, love that. And then goes insane. She ends up like
Yeah, okay.
murdering this woman that speaks to him.
Right. So it's like Baby
Interesting.
Reindeer.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
still-
start it. I
Did
did
you?
start
Oh
it.
my
I haven't
God.
finished it.
It's
I haven't
so
finished it, but
Okay.
she did kind of tell me what happened.
I
but
did a little bit because we talked about it a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, Shauna, that sounds terrible,
Yeah.
but
As
It
someone-
is so wrong.
Have
Yeah.
you ever had a stalker? Because like you have fame, you know.
I wish. I wish. I'm
I was
like,
riding in the wrong way. I
it's
guess.
like, I'm like, hey, what do you, come on
do you
over.
want to
No.
come over and
You
hang
know
out?
what? You just stand outside my house, something,
Do
you
you
know.
want to just watch me from afar?
Just
Yeah.
leave a solo Diet Coke on
Right.
your doorstep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If
just
you
something.
leave a Diet Coke out, I will come over and stop
Well,
you.
yeah. Oh, all right. I'll
Absolutely.
whole six
She
pack
might
out. I'll leave
take-
the whole six pack out.
She
It's
might
good.
take a
You'll
little
have to
bit in
hobble
the
over.
boot.
It doesn't matter. I got a stalker. I don't know how they got there.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God. Leave a little
Why?
shot of tequila and a Diet Coke out for
And
me.
the door open. I've not had a stalker, but I've had people claim that they are dating me. I don't know if that's considered the same stalker.
That's
maybe
weird
simping.
behavior.
It's weird behavior.
Yeah.
So I had
Not
someone,
to be like, I love him, but like we are together.
We are an ally.
So I had someone who had a picture of me. I had taken a picture with them, and it was on their desk, or at their desk, I gotta say. Oh my God. And their coworker came by and was like, "Oh, how do you know Brad?" It's like, "Oh, well, we've been dating for
We're
like
lovers.
2 years," and she's like, "What do you mean? Because I know like who he's actually dating.
Yeah.
What's going on here?" And so then I was like confronted, like, "Okay, I don't know who that is. What's going on?"
Interesting.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, that was one, and I think that's it. I don't think I've had any.
Okay.
But I've had people say they're me. That's the best one.
Really? So, like,
Okay.
get in reservations
I
and
love
stuff?
telling this story. Because,
yes.
So this is the best story I have of someone thinking that I was there. So back in the day, I would be going to Vegas every weekend. Don't understand why she divorced me. Anyways,
Airport spying it
I
up,
was
you know.
spying and spying. Spa. Yeah.
Spa.
But anyways, so I go one weekend with a buddy of mine. We're over there, and he gets back, and one of his friends calls him and goes, "Oh, dude, you missed the party of the year. Dude, you missed my party. Like, Saturday night was off the hook. Like, Brad Perry was there in the hot tub with, like, the strippers."
Okay.
Like, can I say that on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I went for sure.
So much
Yes.
worse. I think you've said so much worse.
I have. So like Brad Perry was there in the hot tub with strippers, and my buddy's like, "Brad Perry from like TV?"
Yeah.
Three
Like,
TV.
from 3TV. That's when I was working on the show. He's like, "Yeah, man, you understand? Like, he's there, and he was doing coke off their asses. It was awesome, man. It was off the hook." And he's like, "Brad Perry from Good Morning Arizona was in your hot tub doing coke off a stripper's ass." And he goes, "That wasn't Brad Perry.
Yeah.
He was in Vegas with me because I have the receipts."
Oh my gosh,
And
that's so funny.
and he has my hotel, like my name from the hotel and everything.
Was it at least someone who looked vaguely like
I
you?
don't know.
Oh no.
But that happens
That's
a lot to
even
me
worse.
too, where I'll have people come up to me and go, "Oh my God, I had so much fun with you the other night." And I was like, "What do you mean, me?"
Yeah.
Where, I saw you at the bar. Remember at the bar? We were like, da, da, da.
Oh, you
I'm
remember
like,
at the bar.
I was like,
Do you have like
"Nope,
an
not
evil
me."
twin following you around? Maybe not
No,
evil, but like a
Vlad?
stripper loving
I
twin.
don't, well, see, I look like the Allstate guy, so it could be that
Yeah.
at the time. So I get
Do you
that.
think the
Okay.
Allstate guy was doing cocaine off a stripper's ass?
And he was like, you know what?
great.
I'm
you
gonna
were
drop
good
this
at it.
guy's
You're in good
name.
hands tonight.
She's in good
You're in
hands.
good hands. No, I think, I'm going to go stereotyping. I think people, when they have a few drinks, it's like, "Oh, you look like such and such." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's right, I am." And I'll do that too. I say,
Absolutely.
"Hey, listen, someone comes up to me and goes, 'Are you the Allstate guy?' 'Well, yes, I am. Buy me a drink. Let's go." "Oh, you got some coke?" No, I'm just kidding.
One of the strippers.
I get the goth girl from NCIS. I've gotten that a few
Yes.
times.
I could see
Yeah, I
that.
can see that. That's- yeah.
I don't know the actress's name. I'm sure she's lovely.
So I know we're TV people and podcast people
Mm-hmm.
and there's stalkers, but as regular ladies at times before you did this, did you guys ever have a stalker? Did anybody?
Back when we were just regular ladies, Olivia.
I
I know
would
that
say
sounded bad.
No, I love it. It's like we're so famous now.
not like a stalker, but definitely like people who would like send you like 5 to 6 messages a day.
Yeah.
And like they weren't
Right.
like showing up where you were, but you're kind of like, oh my gosh.
I have a guy right now who sends me money.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's called OnlyFans.
I don't do anything. He just commented on my
She's the
pic.
hottest goth in the community.
Hold on.
I have a couple fans
Okay,
on my
yes.
Instagram.
And they send you money?
And they just send me money because they're like, "You're so pretty," and just send me $30. One day I put,
Okay,
it's National Women's Day. You should send me $30, and everyone, like all these men, were just sending me money. It's incredible.
in the world?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's. I mean, you don't do anything, or
No,
what
I
do you
don't
do?
post nudes. I'm happily married. I mean, not that you know, no shame to anybody who's married and post nudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but but you gotta.
I make that money, Brad.
Hey, if I'm sending
Listen,
somebody, you gotta
Yeah.
do something.
Simps
So,
got a simp. That's
there
all
it
you
is.
got.
Oh my gosh.
She acknowledged
I'm in
them,
the
so I
wrong
think that's like
business.
the like dopamine in their
Yeah.
brain, you know?
So
See, it doesn't happen to me.
the
Yeah.
boot really does it for some guys.
Yeah.
No.
See,
Yeah.
that's where we're going. Because, like, see, back in my day, we didn't have social media. We didn't. I mean, a stalker literally had to show up
Yeah.
Like a stalker had to be at your work or at your house or something.
Yes,
Or
they had
you
to
had
be
to-
dedicated
or
to.
you
had to be
you had
actually
to. You had to hide in
dedicated.
the bushes. You had to, be in the back of their car.
Yeah.
You know,
The
had
good
to.
old
Now you just
days,
got like an
man,
air
the good old
tag
days.
Now I
on
just
their
gotta look up
tire.
Instagram. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was me, but anyway.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
how did they? So-
Drive past your ex's house and just
Yeah.
duck
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
But that's about pop culture right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pop culture of where stalkers used to really stalk.
Exactly. And now it's like people are so accessible.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of scary. Like, I guess if I joke about it, but
well,
dudes could totally like
it's
find your location and figure out where you are.
That guy who's a Taylor Swift stalker and like showed up at the Drew Barrymore like
Show.
and like tried to get on stage with her. Like, yeah, he was like harassing Taylor too. And so people get really insane about
Don't
it.
like actually stalk us, guys. Just send us money.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, just the
me
money.
too.
We'll
Just
drop the
send me
Venmo.
money. Yeah.
$30 for
DM
being
me.
cute.
Just,
like,
$30. I'll show you some feet, I guess. I don't know.
He'll be like, you can say that you
Yeah.
saw me hang out with strippers and snort cocaine to anyone, and you can FaceTime me at any time, and I'll say, "Yep, that happened."
Oh my god. Oh man.
$30.
I'm
That's
working.
the
We're
price.
working the
That's
subscription
price.
model.
There
You
you go.
Is that
know,
what
you
it
know.
is?
Yeah.
We are. We do offer up pictures of Nicole's feet a
Yeah.
lot on
Yeah.
our OnlyFans. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Our Patreon.
This is where she's getting all the money from.
I know. Wow. This show is really taking a different.
Once we got in these leather sofas.
Yeah. Once the Eddie Murphy leather
Once
came
we
into play.
skinned him.
That's right.
Once we skinned
We
him.
got some ice cream. We got some ice cream. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But so speaking of documentaries, as we're talking here, I'm actually doing a documentary.
Oh,
So
Oh, very cool.
What's it about?
I'm trained to be an underwear model.
Oh my gosh.
Why the room goes silent all of a sudden?
Calvin Klein?
The room just went silent very quickly.
We're just waiting for the
That was
follow-up.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So-
what is there a target like campaign or just like what?
So
what?
you know what? Right now, I mean, I would like to probably be like Municipal, which
Okay.
is Mark Wahlberg's company.
Okay.
So because I've been trolling him
Okay.
so very heavily on Instagram.
Okay.
And he's actually liked my stuff back. Literally, thanks to him, I've had over almost 1 million views of my videos that I've done about him.
We need to
Wow.
start doing some Marky
Yeah.
Mark videos.
And
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
one. But the thing is, my son was an underwear model. So
Okay.
for Pair of Thieves underwear, yeah,
Really?
he was their first like model when they went campaign. So I'm like, hey, you know what?
It's in the fam.
It has to be in the family, even though my son.
Yeah.
But so I'm starting training, so I'm documenting it.
Okay.
And
That's
so so
incredible.
it's a docugram, and you can go to the unofficial brand ambassador
Okay.
because no one's sponsoring me, so I
Yeah.
just sponsor
Yeah.
myself.
There you go.
And just pretend like people are sponsoring me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. But no, I'm trained to be an underwear model. And
So
that's-
how does
interesting.
what goes into becoming an underwear model in case we wanted to follow in your footsteps?
you don't eat.
You
Oh,
don't
God.
eat.
Well, I
No,
know.
right now, yeah. So like literally, I've lost 60 pounds trying to get down
You
that
look
weight. Thank you. That's what I want to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll start training, and so in the abs, that's the part I got to build the abs. That's the main thing they look at.
The main
The
thing?
V.
So yeah, the V.
The
V
V.
cut.
No, the V.
pointers.
The
The V cut.
Oh, is that what it is?
But
Okay, for guys too.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Well, it's like
sure.
the muscle V is
Right.
the best.
It
It's
points to
not
the underwear.
size.
Okay, yeah, the underwear. Okay,
what's-
right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I thought it was just the layers that got to the
Yeah,
underwear. Like, oh, look at
yeah.
those layers, and
Yeah.
oh, there goes the band.
There's the boop.
Yeah, it's like
Wee-oo,
yeah.
wee-oo.
All right, so the
Yeah.
V, all right, I got to work that.
Yeah,
so,
you
and,
gotta work on that.
And the thing is, Mark Wahlberg, he was an underwear model.
Yeah.
Marky
Oh.
Mark. So I thought,
Calvin
why not
Klein.
go with this company. But I'm a boxer, not a brief guy.
Okay.
So just so
Okay.
I hope that
Good
doesn't
to know.
miss anything.
Good to know.
Okay.
Make note. Make note.
But or the sports boxers kind of
Okay.
like I'm not
Yeah,
like the
not
loose.
like the baggy,
Not the baggy.
with like Bart Simpson print on
Yeah,
them or
no,
something.
I'm like
yeah.
the tight ones. Yeah, no, I'm like I really want to make sure the
He
package
just
is
pulls
seen.
up his pants real quick, like, don't see Bart under
No.
there.
No, what are you talking about?
It's
But-
Homer,
Bart.
thank you.
But that's the thing. So it's a good docuseries. But yeah, so that
That's
goes
really
into a lot of
exciting.
training, just a lot of dieting right now,
Okay.
and then just kind of like just putting the word out there.
And then
Yeah, that's
eventually you have to wear underwear on camera.
I want a billboard in Times Square.
Oh, my
there you
God.
go.
I want a big billboard. I want like just, like whatever company takes
Yeah.
me, where they're in Times Square and we're about to like, maybe I'm on the Today Show or somewhere we're
In
going
your
to announce
underwear?
it. Well, I'm in, Times Square and then I reveal, then I take off my robe or something. And so it's also funny, there's the Naked Cowboy.
I
Have you
love
heard
the
of him?
naked
Yeah.
cowboy.
Yeah, and he's in Times Square, wears the underwear and
That's true.
stuff.
He's in his underwear in public.
Yeah, so
Okay.
but and then that's the goal. And
Okay.
and also make some money.
Okay, I like
That's
it.
it.
Are
Make
you
some
gonna
money.
bring in like the like brand outreach and document that? Like how you're gonna try to do that?
Well, that will hopefully be the second part. And so what
Yeah.
I'm hoping is that someone picks up the documentary for real and then like follows me all the way to like the auditions that I
Yeah.
have to do to get
I think
this.
that's
And then like
incredible.
all
That's so
Yeah.
hopefully the fame or no fame or what happens.
That's very cool.
Reach out to Skims.
Yeah.
Or what's
Kim would do
Rihanna's
it.
brand?
Savage Fenty.
Yeah.
Those do they do men's clothes?
Yes.
Their members?
Yeah, Savage Fenty definitely
But
does.
see-
I know Skims does too,
But
actually.
that's gonna I have to be gangster. I gotta get tattoos
Yeah.
and everything, right?
No.
I don't think
No, I think you
No?
could do it.
I think you could
think
do
so?
She
it
does a
too.
lot, like of different ones.
Does she?
But,
Okay, see, that's the thing.
Look at who's me shilling Kim Kardashian.
So-
Never, but
Yeah.
Rihanna does too, though. She has
Yeah.
a lot of different
Does
types of
she?
models and stuff.
Yes.
All right. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
55,
Yeah.
55 doing this because
Yeah.
I could have said, you know what, at 55, I'm going to go run a marathon, woo, or climb a mountain, woo, Mount Everest, woo, no.
Underpants model
Naked
is
cowboy
much
me.
better.
Underwear money, that's it,
Yeah.
underwear model
Underwear
money.
money.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I love
that's it.
that. Maybe we should do that too.
well, I think that'll help
Well,
you.
you're already doing it. You're getting $30 for doing nothing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You're
yeah,
making-
yeah.
and I don't even have to wear my underpants on
Yeah.
camera.
You're making a lot more than me.
I am in my bathing
Yeah.
suit sometimes.
See, wow.
was
Okay.
like-
Now we're
Yeah.
talking. Now let's go change this back up. This has went to a whole new thing here.
Her husband's listening, like,
He's like, wait, what?
Oh, God.
Is
his
that what you
eyes are
paid for dinner?
darting to and
What?
from, like,
He's
wait.
just deep sighing.
Yeah.
This is
That's
crazy.
where that money's been coming from.
So, oh my gosh. Let's talk about TV. Let's talk about things. We were on this a little bit. I want to ask you, ladies.
Yes.
Just what is now like as we're watching the way the world is turning in media, from social media to doc to streaming and stuff. I mean, as you guys are watching the pop culture on this one, where do you think we're going? Where do you think? I mean, I'm glad I'm here with you. What do you think?
Yes. I would definitely say like short form content. I do think like the rise of YouTube and the long-term success of it really kind of has brought people into video content, video essay style content where people want to learn a lot. And I think a lot of information can be quickly like put out and people want that kind of quick dopamine hit with it.
And shorter.
Yes.
Because, but I will say too, I mean, like I watched some of these, reels and stuff and YouTube to do something. Like I've been wanting to build like a house in my backyard after watching people.
Right?
Right? And
Honestly, I'm looking at videos right now too to like convert a shed, not really a shed, but
She
like
wants a she shed.
I want a she shed.
Right.
Well, I want to make it into a gym, but like what
That's
goes
what I'm
into the
doing.
insulation and
Yeah.
like the drywalling and all that stuff.
Right.
YouTube is perfect for that.
It is, but not, because I literally went to start the project and no, it's not like YouTube.
I
It's
guess
not
they
like
kind of give you like the overarching and make it look a lot more simple than it's
yes,
going to be.
and I think also too, I think they have a crew out there with them, and they're making it like it by themselves.
Yeah.
I think
I
they
can
got a
see
whole
that.
bunch of people sitting off to the back.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, let's go ahead and hammer this, 4x4 to the 3x7 to the 4x4. Click, 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 click."
How's the
And, like,
lighting, Bob? Is lighting good on me?
right. And then it's like boom, and there's the wall. You're like, how did that happen? No, it's not happening that way with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to even just cut the grass in a certain way. It didn't come out. So
I guess that's
But-
true. When I've tried to paint my own office, I watched so many reels of like people just go in 4 strokes, just up, down, walls painted. That shit took me days and it looked so bad.
right.
It looked so bad.
Nothing matches
I
up.
am never painting my own walls again. I'm hiring a professional
funny.
for that.
So you think we'll have like what will be the future of pop culture? What do you think the pop culture in the future is going to be? These reels and stuff, or
I
people?
mean, I really have a soft spot for just like really good, well-made shows. I think that, I mean, cable's dead. We all know that. That's
Is
been
it?
for a while. I think so. Unless you think everything old is going to become new again, just like every other cycle, and eventually
I
we'll
work
go
in
back
linear
to
TV.
cable.
Yeah.
And so, and as we know, linear TV is, I think it's making the comeback, and I think that's what's is going to be the thing. Because I think everyone's over the streaming. That's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to notice more and more people are stepping away from streaming because it's so much. Like we're talking, we got baby, reindeer. We have the documentaries. We have everything at our fingertips. And I hate that I watched something. I just got done watching A Man Full. I think it's called that. With A Man Full on Netflix, and it's
and there's so much that you can name shows and no
people
one
are
else has
like,
even heard of.
No.
Yeah.
And like, when did that come out? Well, it came out,
Like they have 7 seasons of it. What do you mean? Yeah.
That's all supposed to. So don't you
incredible.
feel like it's getting overwhelmed?
Yes.
And it reminds me like going to concerts and stuff. And now all of a sudden I see people from Gen Z using digital cameras at concerts.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because it's hip. So maybe you got that right with the cable thing. It's like we get so oversaturated and every single channel needs a streaming thing.
Yeah.
Eventually we're like, it'd be great if you could just turn on the TV
and
and
pick
just
something.
flip through channels and watch something.
Yeah. I hate to say, I've like stopped and like just watched commercials. I don't know why.
You miss commercials.
You get sponsors yet? Do we need some sponsors? I'll tell you some good sponsors you want to get for commercials.
Get some sponsors.
In a row.
Yeah.
So there goes one.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Way to go.
We're plugging.
Need a check? It's
I do think
catchy.
it's really interesting. I think there is a big return to movies and just kind of nostalgia in general. I think it is a bit of escapism where you can like go back to not even just your childhood, but maybe like simpler times where you had less information in your brain. Yeah. So I think it's kind of this interesting juxtaposition. I do think that Hollywood's ability to pick who we like and who we care about is forever changed. Just because you have the ability to really appeal to so many people, and now it's like we do have that voice. Now you told us who we have to like.
And I think also too, it's where we talk about who we have to like, and for instance, like on social media, you have to have a certain amount of followers. That's why I'm like trying to get myself out there.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain amount of followers for them to even talk to you, and I think that's wrong. They need to look at your video, your content, and your track record. Because I think there's a lot of people out there who shouldn't be. I hate to say that.
Oh, absolutely. People get, it's so funny. Like I've been trying to build up my following too, and same with the podcast. And it's like you put out so much content, and then you see people who get viral for the silliest things. And you think, man, I blew it.
And then someone goes and hires them. It's like because they got 1 million views. It's like we're gonna hire that person. That person's terrible. I mean, I'm going through that right now. I have production company agents who spent, literally millions. I'm talking hundreds of millions on influencers.
Jeez.
And they just fell flat and stuff. And that's, but that's what I like about you. You guys don't. You guys have something to talk about. It's there and it works and stuff.
Yeah, I think micro influencers have a lot more like pull. Like if you look at like a Charlie D'Amelio, who in like 2021, 2022, most followers on TikTok, got so many brand deals, went nowhere, took all the money. None of it was authentic. They did like a Kardashian style show, but the only people who watched that were like already D'Amelio stands.
Yeah,
like
they're not going to get in new people with that, because a lot of people, unless you know who that is, aren't gonna just watch this shit on
and it's bad.
E! Or whatever it is.
I gave it a chance, and it's not good.
That's not
because it's not interesting, right?
Yeah,
and that's not my thing. Like I want well-produced television, like Baby Reindeer.
I want unique television. Though I think that's like Challengers is having a moment. Saltburn was having a moment because they are these unique scripts.
It's shocking because it's so weird and different, and I think that's the thing with Baby Reindeer too.
Did you see Kristen? What's her name from?
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, her movie.
Oh, and Oscar Isaac. Yeah, they're doing a movie together.
No,
she has that one with she's dating a fighter.
Yeah,
or something.
she's dating a fighter.
Oh,
I have not seen it, but
you're talking about weird.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, that one is like you're talking about off the cuff and weird. That was like,
okay.
you gotta
have to watch it.
Yeah,
watch
that's
it
doing the press when she's showing up in all those crazy outfits where like her labia is out and stuff. It was for that movie.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, Kristen Stewart and Oscar Isaac are doing a movie together, and it's in the 80s, and they're vampires.
What?
She's a vampire.
Has she ever played that role before?
It's so weird for her.
No, she's edgy. Yeah.
An edgy one.
Dang.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I'm in. I love Oscar Isaac.
Same.
I love Oscar Isaac.
I'll have to check that one out too. So.
Yeah. Did you watch Fallout at all?
Oh my God, yeah, I love it.
Oh,
started
isn't
the
it
first
so
episode.
good?
You're still in the first episode?
I know.
We won't spoil anything
Yeah.
for
I
you.
won't.
I'm ruining
But the
everything.
world's...
Get out.
Yes. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. No,
right, the
it's
world's-
really cool. I've
world's
like
crazy.
I've seen people play the video game before, so
Yeah.
like I vaguely
Yeah.
know, but
no, the show's amazing. And
Yeah.
in season
So
2, I
good.
guess, right? They're going to have another season.
Oh, they have to.
They have to.
I
Yeah.
won't
They have to.
spoil it for you, but it does end on a nice cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
sets it up perfectly
Definitely.
for
Yeah.
season 2.
So,
Yeah, and
Like-
a lot of good TV shows based on video games in the last 2 years or
Yeah.
so, which is weird because for a while that did not have the best track record. Anytime you heard, oh, this movie or this TV show is
Sonic.
based on a video game.
well, because they were trying to make it like first person, like a shot versus like making it like a normal, like the
Yeah.
old ones.
Yeah.
so
They
Duke
tried to
shoot
just
'em.
yeah.
Duke shoot 'em.
Duke shoot 'em.
Duke nuke 'em. There it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
there you go.
Duke shoot 'em.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, well, it's great. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
let me know how you like it as it
Sure.
goes on.
all right, what else? What else do you want to know? What else? Let's do this. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay, so my questions that I came up with were: who is your favorite person you've ever interviewed?
Besides the Pop
Like
Culture
anyone.
Junkie podcast.
Yeah,
obviously.
besides us, you know.
Oprah.
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 Okay,
Was
what
she
was it? Set the
delightful?
scene, set the time.
Yes.
Where was she in her career?
So she was at the height of her career. She was launching her magazine.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yes.
so O magazine.
O Magazine. I
love it.
And I get invited out.
Okay.
Flown out.
Which home?
Chicago.
Okay,
where
Chicago.
I'm from. You know, Chicago's
Nice.
home. Chicago is where
I'm from
I was
Hinsdale,
like,
so
there you go.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
There I am.
Yeah.
And I knew Harpo Studio because I had people who worked there. I actually applied for a job there. I've gone to the show to watch a taping, so I'm in the studio. I'm there. I've got the chairs. Everything's there. Beautiful. Like you're like,
Yeah.
and then she comes out.
Ugh, that would have been
And
so
it's just
cool
a
to go.
goddess
Comes out.
entering the room, right?
Yeah.
Comes out. Make sure the dogs are taken care of. All right, and make sure that I'm like, oh my god, Oprah just like bossing people around. This is awesome. This is awesome. Like, talk, boss me around. And
Please boss me around, Oprah.
Tell me to do something. And what happens? You get to see the other people interviewing before, and the person before me is like, oh, what's up, girl? What's happening?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, you're good.
Yeah.
Then it comes to me.
Are
And
you
she comes to me, and so then I'm there, and she's like, talks to me. I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to be serious, and I want to be. And so then I bring up the thing that, listen, I wanted to say to you is that I'm so happy I'm sitting down with you because I knew Stedman because he lived on my block, and I would be at events. I worked on movies and stuff, and Oprah would come by, and I would run to my trailer.
Oh my God.
So I would tell her, because I was assistant there, and I'd be at a trailer, so I'd run into a trailer and hide when Oprah came to set. So I'm telling her this, I'm like, oh my goodness,
now
I was
I
afraid.
actually get to talk to
And
you.
now I get to sit and interview, and this is such an important thing. And she's like, "Oh, baby, you should have said hello to me. What's going on?" Oh, and I was like, "Yeah, this is good. This
That
is
was
good."
full
Incredible.
circle.
Full circle. And then the best part was at the end, I go, "Listen, Oprah, everything you touch turns to gold. This magazine's going to be amazing. Everything you do and stuff. Do you mind laying your hands on me
Will you bless
and
me?
bless me?" And she did.
Yeah.
She laid her hands on
So
me.
did the blessing
Blessed.
work?
I'm sitting here with you guys.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. We made it
So
all
let's
the way
just
to
go.
Pop Culture
Let's
Junkie
go. Let's
podcast.
you know,
let's see where that gold is. I'm just
Did
saying.
it
Nothing.
work? Yeah.
Did it work? I mean,
Yeah.
How
Is
come
Okay.
I'm
Stedman
here?
cool too?
Stedman's great. Stedman's very, he was actually a mentor of mine. That's how I started to get to know him.
That's
He was
incredible.
like a nice little inspiration mentor. I would see him at the TV station where I was working for
Very
Jenny
cool.
Jones Show.
Oh man,
And
they've
so-
been together for a long time now, huh? Oprah and
They
Stedman.
happen. They happen. It's an interesting relationship. I think just where it's just like almost cheaper to keep, or just like
It's like Beyonce and Jay-Z almost.
Yeah,
where
it's almost like you're there.
Your
Like,
your
your partner.
business at that
Yeah,
point.
that's your buddy. That's
not
your partner.
business. I think just kind of like
Yeah.
I think it's like those. I mean, it can happen, not just because
Yeah.
it's Oprah or Jay-Z and Beyonce and Stedman and everything. I think you just see those. I'm gonna say old people who've been together forever.
Yeah.
and you kind of like ask, like, what's the secret? Like, you guys are just there, and they're like,
Yeah.
didn't really want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Didn't want to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to deal.
Didn't
It
wanna
was
leave,
solid.
yeah.
You know,
We're
didn't wanna-
there. We have the
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? Am I gonna have to go find someone else? It's gonna be another headache, kind of roller coaster. I think that's the thing about with those two. No, but I think it was.
Yeah.
You think about everything she has to go through, if she had to date again.
Yeah.
She had to
my
do the
God.
background check, the security check.
Can you
check
imagine
the bank account.
Oprah on the
NDA.
dating
And
scene?
so-
My God.
Yeah. I would hope she would just get some like really young, hot man.
yeah.
Just guy,
Yeah.
just a pool
Pete
boy.
Davidson.
Yeah,
Get the
literally.
pool boy. The pool boy.
Where has he been? Is he still in rehab?
Is he dating anybody now?
You know, I saw him at some kind of event. They were, he was there doing. I think was it Miley Cyrus's New Year's Eve party?
I think that was.
Oh, they did co-host it a couple years ago.
That was last year. Maybe.
I saw him in a stand-up.
Yeah, he did.
I saw him in Phoenix last year.
Okay.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, he's done his stand-up, and then he had the TV show on the Peacock.
I liked it.
So it was good. It was cute.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't watch it.
But yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. I mean, I think that's the thing. Stars are so lucky they can go disappear for a little while.
Yeah.
And get cleaned up and lose weight, do everything like that,
Right.
and come back and like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, we do that now. We're like, oh. And they're like, where you been? Like, you're fired.
Dude, I would love to just like disappear for months, come back and just foot healed, 30 pounds gone, just everything just
That's
ready
what I'm saying.
to go.
They got it made. So, but
Yeah.
man, but Pete Davidson, So, but that was a really good interview that we wrapped around.
I love that.
Now, who was a not the nicest person?
An unpleasant interview.
Yeah. Or just interaction.
If you can say so without getting in trouble.
Probably.
You could blind item it too.
The
you could
weirdest
blind item.
You could be like how we did with unnamed man earlier.
Yeah, but no, I would probably say, like, interview-wise, I don't think I've had any bad interview people. Like, I've never really had anybody
Be a diva
or
like,
shut down. I think I've been very lucky with that.
Yeah.
But I will say afterwards, that's the part. So I'd say Mike Tyson is probably the one that really...
He doesn't seem like he'd be a very friendly dude. I don't know.
So did I tell you my Mike Tyson story when I was here last time?
I don't think so.
Well, you haven't heard
You
it.
haven't heard it. Did I say it? Did I tell you my Mike Tyson?
Did we have Mike Tyson on last time?
No.
Did we have him on?
So
We haven't had him on yet.
not yet.
He's next.
Oh, be careful with
Maybe
Mike.
with the Jake Paul fight, he'll come
my
on.
God.
Yeah, that's crazy right there
I
too.
do want him to kick Jake Paul's ass.
It's going to happen.
Oh my God.
I don't think
wanna-
Jake Paul knows what he's getting into.
Yeah, that makes well. Okay,
He's
how
old.
can he still get punched in the head and be
Mike Tyson?
be physically operating a body? Like
That's what I'm saying.
I
Mike
think
Tyson really.
it's hard. It's hard.
He was beating up other people. He really wasn't getting hit. Yeah, but
The
he's
CTE
just,
has to
he's
be
just
so
out
strong.
I
there
want
in
Jake
general.
Paul to like
he
fall
is.
over and shit his pants. I
He
want
is.
it to be bad.
You're like, I want
Listen.
you to lose both of your ears.
I just,
So there's a great. I forgot what the podcast was, but it was when Mike Tyson was introducing his new weed strand, and so the guy with him is like, let's try this weed and everything.
Yeah.
And Mike's like, sure, let's do it. And all of a sudden they do it. They go, okay, we'll be back. We're gonna go have a smoke and everything like that. So they smoke and they come back, and Mike's like, dude, I'm so glad to be back here, man. This is so awesome. I mean, last month when we were here together, it was really cool. And the guy's like,
Last month?
it was just 25 minutes ago. What are you
That's what I
talking
mean.
about? How much did you smoke? Like, what's going on here?
The CTE is
And so-
CTEing.
Yeah, like that's
to be fair, that sounds like me when I smoke. It's been 17 hours. Shauna, it's been 35 minutes.
A full calendar month.
Yeah.
That's true. A month is a bit extreme.
But Tyson
It's been
was
6 years.
my experience with Tyson is that when I was doing the morning show, he lived here in town, like, right by the station. So I'm at the grocery store and I hear, Brad Perry.
That's a good one.
Brad Perry. And I'm like,
Brad
what
Perry.
the? Brad Perry, come here. Let me talk to you. Come here. And it's Mike Tyson. And so I'm like, holy cow, Mike Tyson's like right here. So I come over like, yeah. He goes, I just want to say, I like your show. You're funny. You're a funny guy. I get up in the morning. You're pretty cool, man. All right.
That's amazing.
Take care. And I'm like, okay, just don't bite me.
Yeah,
That's all.
you're
That's all
like,
you
"How'd
think.
you
Don't
like
bite
me,
me and
bro?"
don't hit
Yeah.
me. And don't and so I'm like, oh, thanks, Mike. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're awesome and everything like that. And so he was with one of his handlers that I knew. And so I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? Great. And everything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Mike thinks like, yeah, Brad, well, you're awesome. The next night was a celebrity basketball game they used to have down at the arena. And I am there with everything, throwing people, hey, Brad, everything. And I see Mike. And I'm like, oh, let me go see Mike came out. Hey, I go, hey, Mr. Tyson, how you doing? What the fuck do you want? Get the hell away from me. What the hell? Who are you? You want to find? I'll beat your ass.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what in the what happened?
You said hi to me
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah.
See, that's that CTE
See,
right
in
there.
Mike Tyson time, that was technically like 30 years later, though.
It had to be, or
You
something.
know?
You just like, or like
If
before
we-
you knew me.
If we take the 25 minutes to
Yeah.
the 30 days,
That's
a
true.
full
One day is 30
Right?
years.
Yeah, that's like 30 years for
So
him,
it was
you know?
crazy. So I was like, what's going on? His handler's like, just walk away, Brad. I'm
Was
like,
it the same handler
Yeah.
too?
Yeah,
He's
the
like,
guy is like,
sorry, man.
He kind of like was like, well, okay, but he was used to Mike like having these mood swings and stuff, and so. But that was the craziest one where
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, because like other people, I will see like my John Kelly who does Funny You Should Ask, and I know John for a long time, but I might not see John like I see him once a year at the Oscar parties.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm out there, and we're like, we never missed a beat. Like I see him here and there.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of thing. But like Mike, I
Tyson.
just saw him the day
One
before.
day.
One day.
One day.
Yeah,
One
that's
day.
why
He's
Gone.
like, get the.
Gone.
I mean, that
Get
was
away from me.
it was crazy. So
Wow.
yeah, but that's probably the worst.
I think that counts
I
as
think,
an
I
unpleasant
think Mike
celebrity
Tyson being like, "I'll
experience.
beat your ass" counts as the worst celebrity experience.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
also-
I would run.
Maybe one of the best. Like,
I
I've
get
never
to tell
been
the story.
threatened by
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Now
It's
are
an
we sure
incredible
it was
story.
Mike Tyson? You know.
It was the Allstate.
Allstate guy. No, it was Mike, which was great, and I think I've been very lucky to meet a lot of people. I mean, gosh, I'm trying to think that the people I like to meet actually would be Lenny Kravitz, and
I'd like to meet him too.
right, Lenny Kravitz. That's why. That's the I'm
And
saying
Lisa
probably like
Bonet
that.
and Zoe Kravitz. Just-
Literally the whole
Come
family.
on,
The whole
fam.
family.
They're just all so beautiful.
They're all very beautiful
Yeah.
people. My God.
Yeah.
I know Jason Wills. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why
Yeah.
he got rid of her.
Yeah.
You know who I am in love with, and I've always been, is Cree Summer. She was with A Different World. Yes, beautiful.
I'm Googling
and
it.
Googling
it.
Cree Summer.
Okay.
Love her. I'm like, that's who also I like to meet. If I can just,
Yeah.
just go
How
and
do you
sit.
spell Cree?
Cree Summer.
Okay.
Cree Summer.
Yeah, I
When
was
you
gonna
see her,
ask-
Beautiful as anything.
I was gonna ask who you thought was the most strikingly like attractive.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Cree
yes.
Summer.
That
Yeah.
Very
fashion.
beautiful. Striking
My
wise,
goodness.
We were just like that person has like a presence.
gosh, I'm trying to think.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Halle Berry.
Oh my goodness.
She's amazing, and I've.
When did you meet her? Near Catwoman time? 'Cause,
No,
like,
I met her during losing
Catwoman time, that's what
Catwoman
you
time.
think of.
she was so beautiful then. She was
It
like
was-
I think like
ripped.
Monsters Ball. Monster
She
Ball.
was.
I
It's
think.
right around the same
Well, that
time.
was-
It's like give or take a 2 year.
Yeah, I met her during Losing Isaiah. So
Okay.
I worked on Losing Isaiah, and I have this amazing picture
nice.
actually of her and my daughter when my daughter was just a baby.
That's amazing.
And it's
Yeah.
her holding Olivia, my daughter, and she
Shout
signed.
out. I
yeah.
was there.
Yeah. but the best, the autograph says, Olivia, you will not remember this day, but this is the day I fell in love with you. Halle Berry.
adorable.
It was awesome. It was just great.
I don't
That's
have
so cool.
anything like that from Halle Berry.
Yeah. Thanks, parents.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. So, yeah, but I mean, she's Halle Berry definitely striking, beautiful, and I'm trying to think who. I mean, I think I'd probably fall apart with what's her name from America's Got Talent? What's her name? Who does all the costumes and stuff?
Paula Abdul?
No.
No, that's American Idol. You stayed on that one.
What's her name?
America's Got Talent.
Australian.
Heidi Klum.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum's Halloween costumes, that's when I want to meet her.
That's-
I want to meet her when she's in full on worm mode.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the
Gosh,
person I
she's
find very
iconic.
striking. She would be very. I mean, I
Yes.
think I would be just like.
oh my
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God.
Literally.
That would be me if I met Lady Gaga. I like to think that I'm a pretty articulate person, but if I met Gaga, it'd be done.
But
It'd be over.
these people you could meet. You know that. They walk around.
Yeah.
Without
I mean,
anybody
like
knowing
New York
them.
City, maybe.
Or anywhere when they come out here. They come to Phoenix a lot.
Yeah.
There's
That's
a lot of
true.
people. Alicia Keys lives right here in Paradise Valley.
Oh my God.
Walking around.
Every time you say somebody's name, we both go, ugh.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go on
Oi.
a
walk
hot
around.
girl walk in Paradise Valley.
Yes.
You know.
So I'll tell you one person I know is very stunning that did take my breath away in person is Robin Wright.
Robin Wright.
Yes, Robin Wright.
Oh.
So
Yes.
Yes.
So I lived in La Jolla when I was living in San Diego, And I go to a little taco place called Rubio's. And she's there. And she's there by herself. And this is the funny thing was, this is when she got the haircut for
House of Cards.
House of Cards. And no one knew it yet, right?
Yeah.
No, it was like before. And so I'm looking, I'm going, wow,
You have the scoop.
I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this girl's beautiful. Wow, who is she? Like, who's this lady? I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? How you doing? I'm like,
What did
yeah,
you
she
think?
smiled back at me.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask you about Robin Wright's show, but you go ahead.
Oh, about House of Cards?
Yeah, what'd you think of the final season?
Terrible.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
They
It was
As
so
we
good
change
the
gears,
first two seasons.
first two
It was a
seasons good.
phenomenal show.
but
Fuck Kevin Spacey though. Sorry.
yeah, I mean,
Why, Kevin? Why?
I know, right?
It could have been so
It's
good.
so good. If that's the whole thing. They had to change it all around because of him.
Yeah.
Literally.
And like it's like, oh, but I think they could have did a lot better in like really
Giving
turned it-
her a good story.
Well, I think what
I
happened
agree.
with that was, I think with the problem with Kevin, they had to make it not so bad anymore because everything he was doing is like
Yeah.
almost like a real life thing.
Yeah.
And I think they had to make her kind of like, okay, we'll end it this way. But I would love to see her actually be even worse than him.
That's what I'm saying. And then they made her, she got pregnant, which is so funny because the whole show, they make such a big deal that she's like child free by choice.
Yeah.
She went through her abortion storyline. And I hate it when like women on shows who are staunchly like, I don't want any kids, get pregnant for a plot line.
Yeah.
Like I hate that. It's so
Ruins it.
lazy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously they had to kill him off camera. They
Yeah.
couldn't bring him back to kill him off.
It was
but-
like crazy. Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to see a man fall. A man full. I think that's what it's called, a man full. on
Okay, we'll
Netflix.
check it out.
It's good.
Okay.
And the
So,
ending is amazing.
and it's Netflix.
It's Netflix.
Okay.
It's
A man
Jeff
full.
Daniels.
okay. So we're
Is it
batting
Jeff Daniels? Yeah, I
eyelashes
think
in a Rubio's with Robin
Oh,
Wright.
yes. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I got
sorry.
that.
No, you're good. I was
I'm there,
hooked.
I'm there.
I was seeing it. We were
And
in
so
La Jolla.
I'm there, and so I see her. I'm like, oh wow, she's beautiful. I was like, sir, can I help you? Yeah,
Fish taco, please.
yeah. Can I get a burrito? And she's giggling. She's like, she probably knew. She like knew that I was like just. And
Yeah.
so she got her food, and she went over and sat down by herself in this booth, and I was just like, okay, let me just, okay, you know what, sir, to go, please.
I gotta get out of here. It's like
To go,
Oprah.
please.
I'm
Yeah,
running
like,
to the show.
yeah, to go. And I'm like, ah. And so the best part, so I'm like, oh my gosh, this will be. So I get home, my son who lived with me at the time I was there, I'm like telling him like, oh my God, I saw the most beautiful girl in the world. It's like amazing. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh well, okay, Dad, that's cool and everything like that. And then like,
Cool
actually,
story, Dad.
well, actually at that time, he goes, oh look.
The trailer
Robin-
dropped.
Yeah, the trailer dropped for House of Cards, a new one, because we watch it.
Yeah.
And I look, I go, that's who I just saw. He goes,
Oh my
that's,
God.
that's Robin, right? I go, yeah, that's Robin Wright. He goes, yeah, Dad, she like lives up the street. She went to La Jolla, my high school. And she was at the high school like today.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's amazing.
yeah, she was in our theater department just saying hi to us. Hey, hi to I'm like,
Wow.
dude, you gotta
It's
hook
like,
me
Dad,
up.
I've
Dude.
been there.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
I've
you gotta
met Robin Wright.
But that was just a stunning. I think I
Yeah.
could
Have you gotten the
I
chance
could
to
see that.
actually meet her then?
No.
After that?
No.
No,
We gotta make
that's what
that
I'm saying. I
happen.
gotta
We gotta
Yes.
make that happen.
Make it happen.
Robin, you,
So,
if
yeah,
you hear
my
this,
list-
A formal introduction. We'll
Yep.
go to Rubio's.
Robin Wright, I'll sit down the interview. Denzel Washington, Lenny Kravitz.
yeah, that'd be amazing.
Zoe would be good.
Yeah.
Obama's would be great.
Oh my
Yeah.
You know,
God.
I want to knit with Michelle Obama. I'm a knitter.
Oh,
Really?
Okay.
Yes, I knit, and I would.
Did
I
you
would.
get it to like study the mind or have like a thing to do, or you just do make creations?
I make hats,
Oh,
beanies.
okay.
I'm a beanie guy.
I
Just
want a
make
Brad
beanies.
Perry
Okay.
original.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
it's that season. This
That's
is where I start making for the
incredible.
long time.
Knit season.
All right.
Yeah, get me
Knitting
ready
season.
for
Okay.
those
All right.
mean, summer Phoenix months.
Yeah.
Need a knit beanie.
And you know who also knits is Zendaya. Zendaya's
Oh,
a knitter.
okay.
Yes,
Oh my
she's a
God.
knitter.
Her
She
at the
killed
Met
it.
Gala.
She killed it,
Yeah.
but she always does
My
with
God, I
Laura.
texted Olivia last night, just like, can we please talk about the Met Gala? Oh my God.
Meanwhile, I'm at like a trade show for accountants, and I'm just like looking at
Wait.
my phone, like, yes.
What?
Oh my God, why would she wear that? That's so ugly. Yes, let's talk about saving
Kim's
money on
was
taxes.
So
Like,
stupid.
All right, let's back up to a trade show for accountants.
Oh,
Yeah.
She has a day job.
But,
I have a day
but
job.
First of all, what kind of trade show is there for accountants?
Yeah, so
Was it Vegas?
it was like all of the softwares you could buy, like and really anything that would touch the accounting industry. I work for a tax advisory software company.
Okay, so that's even better, where you actually spent money that you weren't, like, you're an accountant. Aren't you supposed to save people money?
Yeah, no,
So
they
you guys-
don't. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's why I have a job, so I like it.
Okay, and you get to travel to Vegas.
Yeah, and I get to go to Vegas.
Oh
but
my gosh, okay.
Yeah, no,
but there's
I
conventions. There's accountant conventions. I thought
There's
you
a
was
lot
going to,
of
like,
them.
talk numbers and stuff. Is that what you do?
Yeah, well, yeah, some of it's like education, but a lot of it's like, it was very like finance bro, let's schmooze.
Finance. Okay,
spend
see,
a bunch
that's
of
the thing.
money.
I can't believe you're an accountant. You're too cool to be an accountant.
No, I'm not.
She's
I'm
not. Oh no, she's not an accountant.
I'm a content designer for
Oh,
them.
are you?
so
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm in
okay.
marketing.
You're way
Yeah.
too cool
I'm
to be
in
an
marketing.
I was
accountant.
like, yeah. I was like, I
no,
thought when you
no
said,
hate to our
yeah,
accountants.
nothing wrong with accountants. We love you.
A little hate.
Love you, all you
A
accountants.
little hate.
Don't-
Just
yeah.
kidding.
So, my
No,
gosh.
yeah. So I'm in
Okay.
marketing.
All right, so now you're over. Okay, now I see why.
Hence
Okay.
the trade show. But,
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right. Now it makes sense.
Yes.
So
Did you see any cute finance pros?
There were some, but
yeah,
you know,
nothing.
I'm not going to shoot my shot at a work conference. You know.
Yeah, no, that's shady.
And there were no Robin
Dude.
Wrights in the room. There were no
You're not
Robin
supposed to do
Wrights in
that.
the
I
room.
thought that's
Like,
what conventions are
what?
for.
That's
kind
what
of
work
are.
events are for.
That's
No,
what I thought. That
this
all the movies
guy-
I've watched and all the things.
This guy, he was like 50, and his friend,
Yeah.
like his coworker, was like
No, that's
30.
50's great. We love 50.
No, that's not it. There's no diss to him. So he's like 50.
Well, why'd you even say it's
He's like 50 and married, and then he's sitting next to like his coworker who's like 30 or whatever. And this man thought we were going to be soulmates and was like trying.
50-year-old did?
Yes, he was like trying to get us together. He was like, "You're coming over here to this party with free food."
the
Blah blah blah.
30-year-old guy.
Yeah, he was
I
trying to
thought
get me with this
I thought it was
guy.
a 50-year-old guy was trying
Yeah.
to make you the soulmate.
She might be more into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes.
the guy he was trying to get the 30-year-old you two
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
And, so,
and
like,
he made it his life's mission.
Oh, man.
He was really going into
Was he
it.
cute?
It wasn't my type.
All right.
Yeah,
So he
wasn't
wasn't
my
cute.
type. I would say he's conventionally attractive to most people.
So you're saying
She
a couple
likes
of
him a
drinks
little
attractive.
mid-ugly.
You're talking a few drinks attractive.
I do.
You're
No.
talking, you know what? It was last call.
Yeah, like
Last
you know,
call, and we had to.
if I'm really squinting,
Yeah.
A touch of ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw his
Kind
bank
of.
account. So.
yeah,
Maybe it's cute.
Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, all right.
well, I know that he did throw that in there. He's like, look, I'm his boss. He makes a lot of money.
Well, how much is a lot of money?
I didn't go that far
Exactly.
into
Well,
it.
you should
but
ask. Listen.
I wasn't going to go down into the dollars and the cents
Why
when
not?
I wasn't willing to come to the table.
so this is the
Brad
problem.
wants to
See,
know
I
why
was
you
just
didn't
having
get
this-
laid in
yeah.
Vegas. Okay,
That was last time in Vegas.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Where'd this all of a sudden go? Bring out the leather suit.
Let's go back to Skinny Eddie Murphy, please.
When we were in Newport, we met this guy who was going on about how rich he was. He goes, "Well, I'm best friends with Andy Dick. I'll get him on the phone right now."
Like, you don't want to be telling people that, sir.
Yeah, because I know Andy.
Yeah.
We were like, "Okay,
gone a
cool."
little
He's like, "I'll
downhill.
call Andy Dick right now. Watch me, watch me."
Yeah, and was he like? Andy's like, what's up?
He's
I'm in
like-
rehab right now. What's up?
Yeah. He's like, why are you even calling me?
Yeah,
It's
he probably
pretty
did, right?
funny.
He's just
Yeah.
like,
Hung up on him like
Yeah.
we're on
What the-
brunch.
Yeah. He's like, what
I
the
like
fuck?
those kind of friends.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of people you do want to meet, who want to just
Yeah.
get somebody on the phone. Like, I can get somebody on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
All right,
Do
get
it,
him on
do
the
it
phone.
right
Let me
now.
see.
Use that to get us into
Yeah.
here for free. Yeah.
Literally.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
So.
show me you know these people. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if Andy Dick could get us at any free
No,
tables
yeah,
in Newport.
Beach.
though.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe
Probably
if he's
not.
there with you. He's
Yeah.
a wild.
If he's
Yeah.
there with us, that's true. He
He's
could
a
probably,
he's wild.
That
he could
sounds
probably
good.
get into some trouble.
I would rather pay than be in that kind of danger.
You'd rather pay to hang out with Andy Dick.
No, you got it's kind of crazy.
It would be fun. It would be fun.
I feel like we
It'd be
could
a-
make some
It'd be a
memories.
once in a lifetime story.
I had a blast in Santa Monica with Andy Dick.
Okay.
After a little comedy thing we did, and
love it.
he's like, "Let's go get some pizza." And I just met him. I was like, "Oh, okay, let's go." And we're going down the Santa Monica boardwalk, like in the area and stuff. And he's just like, "Hey, what's happening?" Grabbing people's drinks, drinking, and like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, what's up? Give me some money. I'm Dandy Dick. Hey,
Yeah.
girl, come here." I like,
Yeah.
this
Oh
is
my
like that was
God.
back
That's
in the day.
crazy.
That's when you can get away with it and
Yeah.
stuff. Then we get to the pizza place, and he's like, "Listen, I'm standing here. You guys give me a large pizza." I'm like, "What?" Like,
You
yeah.
just be
I'm
getting
like,
like the
this is
great,
Hollywood.
like he
my
like
God.
got off on like just like getting stuff for free.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
I
But
can see
but
that.
Also, too, a very sweet guy. I will
Okay.
say once he,
It just has its vices.
Yeah.
Maybe we
from time
blew
to
it.
time.
Maybe we should have hung out with Andy Dick.
I
Yeah,
was-
you would.
I
It
was-
probably would have had fun. with
Yeah.
him. So
It would have made good podcast content.
Thank you.
Yeah, do it for the bit.
Yeah.
Do it for the bit.
Oh, thank you. Do it for the
Yes,
gram.
always
That's it right
do
there.
it for
Do it
the
for the pod.
gram.
Do it for the cast. Do it for the podcast.
Yes.
There it is.
Like for the
Yeah.
cast.
All right,
Yeah.
but let's go back to you got me talking here because
Yeah.
ladies, this is like your opportunity, like just to get right to the point. So
Yeah.
you could literally said, "What's his bank account?"
Yeah.
Like, let's talk here. All right, you guys have that power now.
Yeah.
Like it's no longer like, man, I don't know, I didn't want to go down that hole. No, go down that hole. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can always say no. See ya.
Yeah.
You can literally, or you can have fun with them.
Yeah.
That's true. I
This is-
mean, you
you're
can
in
wake up
Vegas.
early the next day.
I did.
Well, I
was
didn't say you had to go home with her or anything
Yeah.
like that. I just said you
No,
just
I
get
like
to.
it.
Get a free
Brad's like,
drink,
first
get a
of
free
all,
drink.
it's negotiating.
Yeah.
It's understanding the information. You're right. You're
You
right.
could've.
You're right.
And where did he live? Where was he from?
It's San Diego.
Hello.
Yeah.
It is hot here.
Yeah.
You have a summer place.
Like I gotta find a
Oh
way
my
to go.
gosh.
Yeah.
You had
I
a
love
summer
it.
place all set
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. He's like
For us. You
Yeah.
should have done this for us,
Okay.
Olivia.
Okay. All right.
Please date a guy
Yeah.
with a beach house. Go
That would
ahead.
be doing it.
Yeah. Doing what?
Doing the best thing for everyone.
For our friendship.
Yes,
Right. For
yeah.
everyone. Can you imagine? I would literally like, oh, hey, we're taking the podcast to San
Yeah.
Diego because that's where my guy is.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. I would love
our
that.
guy.
That's
our
where
guy.
our guy.
That's where our guy is.
Shauna
Everyone's
does
guy.
this thing. It's from House of Gucci, right? Where every single time her husband goes like, "Oh, that's mine," or like, "I just got this," and she wants it, she'll always go, "Our Tesla, sweetie."
He's like, I'm taking the Tesla today. And I'm like, I'm taking my Tesla today. I'm going to go, our Tesla, sweetie. Our Tesla.
so now
goes that
Shauna
way.
and I just do that all the time.
Our guy in San Diego, sweetie. I did have a friend who wanted to date a guy with a boat just so we could all go on a boat together.
Yeah.
I do
And it
love
never
that.
happened, and I would have loved that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why they?
She just couldn't find a nice,
decent
a
one.
decent guy with a decent boat. I don't know.
It's not going to happen.
Maybe
Good
a
boat, bad guy.
Yeah, that's
shitty
all
guy,
gonna
great
be.
boat,
Right.
great guy, shitty boat.
Exactly. So you got to
Or no
say, what are we
boat.
doing
Or
here?
no boat.
Right. No boat
Where are
at
all
all.
the great men with great boats?
Yeah,
That's
they
all
just
I gotta
got-
know.
They just got a paddleboard.
That's it right there.
They got
got a
one. They got
paddleboard.
it for one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
we're gonna
that.
take a short break. And we're back on the Pop Culture Junkie podcast with Brad Perry.
That was good. That was
That was
like,
good. That was nice.
Did you ever
have
get the IMBD credit for the Audible, like the audiobook
I
thing?
was just about to mention
Did you do
that.
an audiobook?
I did a meditation app.
Ooh.
Yeah. It
She's
was
good for that. She's
I
got
can.
like
Can
a
you
like
do a little-
Lindsay
can I hear a little
Lohan.
bit?
Like,
Let me
yeah.
see. Let me see.
You're driving down a mountainous path. The water creaks, trickling beside you. You pull over. There's a hitchhiker. You
And
pick
then
him up.
Shrek's there somehow.
Wow. That was.
There was no
That was-
hitchhiker. It was something about driving down a mountainous path. Oh, there's a small cabin with a crackling fireplace. Wow. You take off your shoes, settle in with a nice book for the evening.
You're
Right?
like,
Are you
hey,
relaxed? Are you
Yeah,
relaxed?
I am.
I'm not real. I'm something else right now.
There's something else.
So we read
Thank God
a.
there's no blackboard I have to go to in this room. No, don't need a right answer on the board. Can't get up there, teacher.
That'll be relaxed.
Yes,
was
that
what
is
I
more
was
than
going
relax.
for.
Hello.
Relaxation.
And
That's-
if you like that, you should listen to our 50 Shades of Shrek episode.
Yes, you
where
should.
where Shauna reads Gordon Ramsay's Shrek fan fiction.
Wow.
We had a fanfic
And
episode.
then I read
Ramsay,
SpongeBob, Gordon Ramsay,
I want to get in
Guy
on this.
Fieri. Yeah, it was
Oh my God.
amazing.
It might be the raunchiest episode we've ever
Yeah,
made.
we
For
had
better
to,
or
we had to
worse.
cut. The Patreon is much more graphic. They named his male juice
Yeah.
lamb
Lamb
sauce.
butter or something, lamb sauce.
Yeah,
something
lamb
food
sauce.
related because it was
I
Gordon
wanna-
Ramsay.
Gordon
Wow.
Ramsay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's endlessly entertaining.
Yeah.
It's wild. It is like very, very poor writing. So you got to go into it knowing
Fan
that.
fiction?
Yeah.
Wait, who writes this stuff?
Okay, so
Wait,
fan
Mainly
fiction.
teenage girls.
You two are,
We haven't written
we
it.
don't
We
write
just
it.
wrote
We don't write it.
Oh,
We
we
read
read
it.
So
Yeah.
you found it. Found
Yes.
the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
You,
So
Go
it's
ahead,
like a
go ahead.
Wattpad.
I was going to ask
AO3.
if you think there's Brad Perry fanfic out there.
A Brad Perry.
Brad Perry fan fiction.
Ooh, I wonder.
Let's see.
You think there is? How do you
there
find
might
out?
be.
He's like,
She's
we Google
Googling
it
it
right,
right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If there is, I will totally do the audiobook for that.
Yeah.
Please say there is.
Oh
How
my
do you,
God.
Do they make? Does someone just make it up? Is it AI
so
or what is
it's
it?
like this website called
Is your middle
Archive.
name Steven?
No, but it will be. It could be.
Did
What's
you
the
find
book?
fanfic
it
about another
says
guy named Brad Perry?
Bradley Stephen Perry fanfic. So let's see. It's on Wattpad.
What is Wattpad?
So it's all these different
No.
websites where people can write.
Yeah.
So let's say
What's it state? Oh, good.
That's Bradley Stephen Perry. I think you're the more
No,
handsome one for sure.
Yeah, we don't
but-
have it. So this guy writes it.
No, that's who it's about. I think.
Start with an audition. Start with us. Call me sometime, Bradley.
Yeah.
Steven.
So honestly,
What
it
happens
can be
here?
the most random thing in the entire world. Like we just looked up Gordon Ramsay fanfic, and then we somehow stumbled into Shrek and Gordon Ramsay. So it can be anything, but
any
it's
fandom.
just
I like Star Wars fan fiction. So some of the movies didn't end the way I liked.
Yeah.
So people write their own endings
Yeah.
or their own sexy scenes. So it's not
Yeah.
actually by the creators, but let's
Yeah.
say, I thought that was a pretty terrible ending. I can do better than that. Fan
Yeah.
fiction.
Is
and
that
it's
what
like
it is?
huge. Yeah, it became really, really popular in like the mid to 2010s.
Like Tumblr stuff.
So
with
my
with One
documentary
Direction.
that I'm doing to become an underwear model could become a fan fiction.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
Or
that right?
if somebody
Yeah.
just watches you a lot on Arizona Daily Mix, they'd be like,
yeah.
whew, Brad Perry, I'm going to write a steamy scene about that guy.
Yeah.
And then they can
Yeah.
upload it to the internet.
Yeah.
And then anyone can read it.
And I'm not on there yet.
No, I didn't
Oh,
see
if
one.
anybody's
I didn't
listening,
see
if
one.
anybody's listening,
Brad
you know
Perry needs
what?
fan fiction.
How about that? You write one,
Yes, and then
and
we'll have you back.
let's just do
No
this.
pressure.
How about this? You either one of you
Yeah.
write yours. We won't know
We'll
who did
collaborate.
what. Collaborate it. All right. I'll read it.
Okay.
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 I will read the scenes. I'll be like,
Do we
okay.
want it to be like PG-13,
Hey.
R?
We let
NC-17.
the world take us where we
Yeah.
go.
That's true.
You take
That's
it where
true.
you want to go.
That's
yeah,
true.
if we
'Cause
feel
I-
creatively inspired, we feel creatively
Yeah.
inspired.
We'll,
you know,
we'll do it. We'll do
Yeah.
you well, Brad.
And I guess I'm here, and might as well do because I love doing to people. It's the best,
God,
and
why?
everyone needs to do this. I'm serious. I
Okay.
don't mind doing this. I'll give you my secret.
Yeah.
It's a shock factor.
Okay.
And it's the best thing in the world. So when I'm out and people know me and other people don't know me. Maybe they're visiting from out of town or whatever. Even when I'm out of state, people see me and they're like, "Oh my God!" Like, "Oh hey, how are you?" Like that. Great to see you. And I'm like, "Oh great, can I get your autograph?" Perfect. See you later. And then people are like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I do adult films."
yeah,
You don't understand how amazing that is to people. Yeah, right? Because then you have some people that go, okay.
And walk away.
And they start thinking, how do I know? Okay, let me think if I watch this person. Or you
yeah,
have other people go, so how'd you get into it?
yeah.
And and it's great.
Yeah.
I
So,
would love to have like an adult film star on the podcast and interview them.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like just see like how did you get into it? Like what are the
Yeah.
perks? Do you like it? Like
and again, a lot of them live here.
Yeah, yeah.
You would not, I mean, it's the, like I
yeah,
said, they
I can
walk
see
around,
that
you see them.
Scottsdale Paradise
Yeah.
Valley. Yeah.
Or Glendale, Gilbert.
Yeah.
So you just
If
go,
you're a Glendale porn star, please reach out to us. I would love
a
that.
Glendale or Gilbert?
Glendale is my hometown.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
But you know there was a big like spike in porn being made here in Phoenix where literally they had to like shut it down.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
So they were actually renting out houses in Gilbert
Interesting.
and Chandler.
Yeah,
And,
and it was like webcam,
web-
houses. Yeah.
yeah, and they were like,
Yeah.
and so, but this was back in the day when they were making, because California had put a restriction on the porn.
Like industry and like your ability to film. Yeah.
Well, no, like for wearing condoms and different stuff like that. So they all came here to make the movies.
God.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah,
Good old
So,
Arizona.
there you go. I have literally he was a 2-time Oscar sound guy, and I had met way back. And when they had the strike, the first big strike with the industry, he was
Yeah.
being he was a boom operator for porn.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And
Did
he's
he like it?
He's like, I'm making more money doing just holding up a
Just
boom.
holding it while
I'm a
people do
two-time
it.
Oscar winner sound person, and I'm holding a boom.
Yeah.
While
And
people go,
while people
bang.
are they're and I'm making more money.
Yeah.
Dude, good for him.
I know.
Absolutely.
I'm like, holy cow! But yeah,
you got into the wrong business, man.
I've met them. I've never interviewed them. But that might be that would be very like
that
you
would be
said.
incredible. We should try to.
Yeah.
How did this podcast go?
I don't know, man.
like,
it happened when Olivia got on.
I brought everyone to the dark side.
I know. Well, I think it started off with this with the leather here, and then
The
just,
leather.
Started
don't
with
know.
Olivia,
Couch vibe.
then we had the leather.
How
you
did
know.
Brad get fired? Well, I was on the Pop
Well,
Junkie.
Our
Pop
producers, Jeff and
culture
Cheryl,
coach.
ask themselves that every day.
We get lots of sighs and
When we read the Shrek fanfic, you know, that's where they really
They got a little-
regretted
they
their
got a
life
little dicey.
choices. Yeah.
They're wondering, how do we cleanse this room? Huh? How
Yeah,
do we do
they were
this?
oh
Saging.
my God. All right,
Saging.
Brad.
All right.
What else can you tease us? What else do you have in the works besides the documentary? I mean, that's incredible. So if you just had that, that's amazing. But
You know what? Gosh. Hopefully, and maybe I don't jinx it, but producing my son's movie. So we
your
just
son has a
my
movie
son
coming
just
out.
yeah, well, we did. We Marlon Wayans
Okay.
produced his short. It's a horror short.
oh,
it's
It's called
that's
Skin.
amazing.
We
Okay.
just got done doing Chicago Horror Festival, waiting for a
Nice.
couple more to come. But I think that's the other thing. I'm starting to produce my kids' projects.
That's fun.
That's
And
incredible.
so-
What's
I
your
love
son's
horror
name?
movies.
His name's Tanner Perry.
Tanner Perry.
So,
All right.
yep. And so if you want to, he's Brandon on Instagram for Pair of Thieves. So if you want a little plug there.
Oh yeah, we love a good
Yeah,
plug.
there you go.
Yeah.
But no, so he has a film, and we've been talking with Paramount and stuff, and so I'll probably go off and be
it's
producing
exciting.
that. So
That's
That's the other
awesome.
thing too, but not much. I'm just kind of like, training for the underwear model. But also, I think I'm
Yeah.
just at a part of my life now where I'm just like, even keel.
Yeah.
I go camping. I love camping.
Oh, I love.
I love
that.
grabbing. I have an
In
RV.
Arizona?
Yeah, I have an RV. Go up north. I love it and just sit out there. I feel like I'm gone. When I go for a weekend, I feel like I'm gone for a week.
Okay.
And then when I go for a
good.
week, I feel like I'm gone for a month.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
like to
great.
unplug like that.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I don't really have any signal. No one can reach me.
That sounds
That's right.
amazing. I find myself mindlessly scrolling way too much,
Really?
especially because I can't leave the house right now because of my foot. Like I
Yeah.
can't drive
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because you're under house arrest, but I was
Yeah,
like,
It's
yeah.
because of
It's
this
just the
ankle.
ankle
thing.
monitor.
Right, that's
Damn
what's really
ankle
covered.
monitor.
We don't
That's
want to talk about
the
that.
ankle monitor that's covered up. That's
They let
really
her come
that's-
here because you know
What
it's
if I
work.
had an ankle monitor under this and I just was so embarrassed I just pretended like I had a broken foot?
Or you had to put that on to block the signal,
And that's how I can get
and
to
that's
the
how
podcast.
to podcast.
Oh my
Or
god.
you just go full Lindsay Lohan and get that little Coach ankle thing that she got.
If I was on house arrest, I would absolutely accessorize my,
Well,
my
yeah, that's what she
ankle
did. She
monitor.
had she got a little Coach leather pouch for it,
I love
and
those
she would
pictures
change
of her in
those
her
out.
bikini with the
Yeah,
ankle
yeah,
monitor.
that's what I'm talking
No,
about.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is it really bad to be at home?
No,
Is it?
No.
I like it, but she
I go stir crazy.
Yeah.
And
Do
it's like, I
she
like
has to do something
I
always.
do, and I like being at home, but if it's my choice, then I like it. If I'm forced to be at home, then I'm like, you can't hold me down.
That's why she's
I want to
married.
leave.
She's forced to be. I don't want to. She's married. I'm like, I'm forced to be here.
I'm forced
Let's
to be
go.
forced to be in this home.
I'm forced to be in this
with
home
you.
now. I gotta
Damn
go.
it, Andrew!
Oh, Andrew.
The man holding me down.
Hold on. I got $30 coming in. Hold on.
$30 whole dollars.
Yeah,
I'm
$30.
taking an Uber.
I have this whole fund just waiting
How
for
much?
me.
How much? I mean, I don't just ballpark it.
How much have I gotten from just random simps?
Yeah, how much? How many?
I mean, not a
Sims.
lot.
Is that what's that
Like
mean?
when you simp for a girl, it's like, okay.
You gotta.
It's these men who have no chance of ever sleeping with you.
So what's a sim? Is that what? What's this?
I don't know what it stands for. It's just like you
God,
send
what is-
women.
hold on.
You send women money.
sin.
Simp.
Simp.
S-I-M-P.
S-I-M-P. Hold on,
Simp.
let's see.
Get the Urban Dictionary
Simp.
up on simping.
So simping.
If you see a girl on the internet and you're like, damn, she's fine, I'm going to send her money. And
It's a
she just goes,
term.
thanks, but she's never going to sleep with you, you're a simp.
It's a term to describe a behavior of person engaging in excessive flattery on the internet. Someone who shows excessive sympathy and attention towards another person.
Simp. And they're
Typically,
simp.
someone who they don't know.
Yep. And if
So
people,
me liking someone on Instagram that I don't know
That's not
really,
simping.
that's not simping. That's
if
just
you
like
start
if I
DMing them every day, like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. No one's as beautiful as you. Can I send you money? She's like, sure.
okay, but I'm okay
Then
if
you're
I
a
say,
simp.
but if I text and go, hey, morning to you. Oh, hey, go slay the day.
No, that's amazing.
That's okay.
We
That's
love
cool.
that.
But if I'm like, oh my God, slay the day,
Depends on
and here
the
goes $30.
frequency.
Yeah, and if she's not responding and you still are sending her,
Then send money.
then you're a simp.
You're still sending money.
You're still complimenting her and
I
sending
could-
her money and she's not responding. Or she just goes, thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad.
Where are the? Where
Why are you telling our listeners all our secrets? Now they're going to be like, damn it.
Damn it! I'll send them money. I hope.
Now you're going to have to add an extra exclamation point for anyone.
Oh my God, thanks. You're not like my other
Yeah.
simps. You're my favorite one.
You're my favorite simp.
You know who
is
you
it mostly
are.
men who are simps, or is there any women that are simps? Is it mostly
It's mostly men.
men?
Yeah. I think it's a more male
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's a male behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
gotta
a
get
lot with like
I gotta get a male simp. Oh.
people who it's a lot on Twitch streamers. So like a lot of females who Twitch stream, they'll have male followers who are simps, and all they have to do is get on camera and like, hi, and then they'll be, oh my God, thanks for the $100, and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
And I love that for them.
What is this world? It's like, what's this world coming to?
I don't know. I think parasocial relationships are so interesting, and then you
what?
take parasocial relationships, which is
Parasocial.
what they call like kind of like people who think they know you,
Right.
And so that like
Because they
people
see
who
you on
watch you on TV
Yeah,
have
they
a
think they know.
parasocial
Yes.
relationship with you.
Drives me crazy.
And yeah, it's like, oh, I know everything about you, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
you really don't know
How was your
me,
vacation
you
last
know?
week, Brad?
Yeah.
I have no idea who you are.
Well, it's like you also
Right.
know, like a lot of the time, it's like, well, you know me as like the character, the persona, or the pop star,
Right.
or whatever it is, and so people get really locked into that. I think COVID really turned that up a notch.
I agree.
Also, TikTok and the way that things happen and how micro influencers are so popular.
And how accessible everybody is.
Yes.
It's
Right.
like people blog themselves brushing their teeth in the
Right.
morning.
And then
now.
people get upset. Like, well, you just showed yourself off. Why are you mad that someone's coming up to you and they know you? You can't
Yeah.
have it both ways.
Yes.
That is the other part of it, right? It's like if you are blogging every single detail of your life, like this is what I eat in a day, this is my daily routine, and someone walks up to you and it's like, oh my God, I love cottage cheese too. You can't be like, how'd you know I like cottage cheese? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
freak.
stalker.
Right. Yeah.
No, because you've been posting
How'd
about
you know
it.
I was here? Because this is what you told me you'll eat every day
Yeah.
at 3:00.
Yeah. I think it's like so. Yeah, I think it's a fine line that they can
Yeah.
really follow. But people get really sucked into it. And like if you're lonely, you're
Especially
just going to
if
seek
you're
that
a
out.
lonely person, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of start to see these people on Twitch as like your friends, or people think that
Yeah.
podcasters are their pals, and I can
We
see
are their pals.
And we're,
That's why
it's-
this
Yeah.
podcast
Well, you
is a lot of
speak-
people.
yeah.
Flip
The
it on
pop
and
culture
listen to
junkies
their
are a
pals.
lot of people, and that's what they come here for.
Yeah.
This is a pal show. We sit here and we talk, and we're the voice for you.
Yeah.
But you get to go and talk now about the world. That's what
It's
I'm saying.
interesting. And like I think as long as you're like grounded in reality, like I love when people like reach out to me and they're like, oh, I listen to this, I watch this, like that's fun.
That's amazing.
That's fun. That's a discussion. That's community. But when it starts to like kind of go overboard is like when you do expect that back and forth and that demand on attention.
Yeah.
I think is where it's nuanced. But
I appreciate you guys letting me stop by. Here.
yes, absolutely. We love
On that
having
note, I'm
you.
gonna say I
Next
demand I come
episode.
back. I want to come back again.
Yeah,
And we talk
absolutely.
more.
We'll
We-
write your fan fiction
If you write
first.
fan fiction,
yes,
I'll come
and we'll
back
have you
and-
narrate it.
Next time, fan fiction, and we expect an update on the underwear situation.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe a showing. No, we're
A sneak preview? Why?
$30.
Why did it get there?
Simp me. I don't know
Oh
what's
my
it called.
God! If you want to simp for
You wanna-
Brad,
If you want to
yeah.
simp me, I'm like open to it.
Yeah,
I got,
there you
you
go.
know.
all right,
Brad,
Brad.
got bills.
where can they simp
Yeah,
for
if
you?
people want to simp you on the internet, where can they
So
find
they
you?
can find me on Instagram at Brad Perry TV.
and
That's
one
it.
more time, your son's movie coming out.
The movie that's going around is called Skin, and the other one is hopefully Rob. So we'll see. Also, too, you can follow me with the underwear model doc is on unofficial brand ambassador on Instagram. So
Unofficial brand
follow me
ambassador.
at unofficial brand ambassador
Love it.
on Instagram.
Awesome.
That's it.
I love that. Thank you.
No, thank you. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Well, wait, where can the people find you too?
And you can find me, Olivia, on Instagram at Livy Maries, Livimaries.
And you can find me, Shauna, on Instagram and Depop. I got a lot of good stuff on there.
That's where she's getting the money.
I'm gonna buy my used clothes. SHAUNATRINIDAD. And you can find the Pop Culture Junkie podcast, social media links, and more on our website, popculturejunkie.com. From there, you can find our podcast on all the platforms. Please follow, subscribe, rate, review. We love it all. You can also check out the brand new and totally affordable tiers on our Patreon. For very little, you can help us deliver the best of pop culture every week. Find us at patreon.com/popculturejunkie podcast. Sign up for our uncensored content, and we promise to love you forever. Nicole's toes. She's not even here to defend herself.
Her toes are there to
Her
defend.
toes are somewhere.
Yeah, they can defend themselves.
And please come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
The Pop Culture Junkie podcast is produced by Jeff Markin and Cheryl Lightfoot for the Pop Culture Entertainment Network.
So entertain me right now. 'Cause I need it bad.